Hey folks, welcome back to Trusty Bar Gaming for our first episode of Star Citizen. Normally we play GTA 5 LSPDFR, but we've been having some problems with that, so we decided to add another game to the channel, and I was watching some YouTube videos where people were playing Star Citizen. It's been out for, I think, about 10 years, and I'd never heard of it. Of course, I'm an old school gamer just trying to keep up. I've already retired once, and just trying to have some fun. So we appreciate you being here on the channel. I signed up in December, but the first probably 2 weeks was just trying to learn the game. It's a pretty big learning curve, at least it was for me. It's learning how to fly and dealing with all the issues. The game is still in the progress of development. It is definitely not completed by any stretch of the imagination, and I believe they call it the alpha stage or beta stage or I don't know, some stage. But anyway, behind us is the Constellation Andromeda. It's the second ship I've added to the fleet. It's a medium-sized freight fighter. It has 4 main guns, 2 turrets, 28 size 1 missiles, and 24 size 2 missiles. With it, we can do cargo missions, we can do mining, and carry around mining vehicles like the ROC and URSA and some of those other vehicles. We can do deliveries, bunker missions, which is what we're going to do today. So come right along with me as we do a couple bunker missions, and we appreciate you being here. All right, folks. This is the one of the missions I like to do. It's called Protect Site. You go down to these bunkers, and because you're invited, you don't have to fight the turrets. You take out the bad guys, and you can loot the bunker. And so you get paid 10K for the mission, which isn't much, but you get to collect the gear and sell it. And if you take the 2 SCU box, which is a bigger container, I can make, generally with the 10K, generally make anywhere from 50 to 60,000. And there it is right there, Protect Site. Then we're going to go back, and we're also going to take the Call to Arms. That gives us extra money for killing bad guys. Then these yellow markers pop up, and that shows you where you need to go to. Sometimes you have to go to the map and select it. A lot of them are here on Lyra, the missions. So you have to click on the planet sometimes. And then when you get to the planet, it's going to make me go to this marker first. These OM markers surround the planet, and they help you navigate around the planet. Sorry about that, my mouse fell down. So I'll go ahead and tell you the audio is a work in progress. I've been having to do a lot of adjustments between GTA and this for some reason. So just bear with me as I try to get that figured out. So this is going to take us over to the bunker. When you're close to the planet, it turns you upside down. Raise our shields up. So like I said, the game is a work in progress. Story time while we're headed to the bunker over here. I started the day off with the game crashing 3 or 4 times. And then they sent me to prison on a BS charge where they had a bad guy dressed up in security armor with a marker on him, and I shot him. And they charged me with killing a guard. And while I was in prison, they sent my ship to another spaceport and it deleted all the gear out of it. So I had weapons in the weapons rack, had containers down in the cargo bay, had a container in the back with extra guns and ammo. So the containers in the cargo bay, that was 12,600 credits for those. And then I had about another 30 to 40,000 credits worth of gear in the back. That's just some of the stuff you have to deal with if you decide you want to play this. It is a fun game, but you have to be able to deal with the frustrations and understand that, they're not going to replace any of that stuff. You can report the glitches, but nothing's going to come of it as far as your stuff. If you decide you do want to play this, because like I say, it is a fun game, but there is a lot of stuff that'll piss you off. I have a referral code I'll put down in the description of the video. And you click on that, it'll give you an extra, I believe it's 5,000 credits, which you'll need when you start. You'll need all the credits you can get. Like I say, it is quite a bit of learning curve, learning to fly. So again, when you take this mission, you don't have to worry about these turrets. If you don't have a mission and you just show up at these properties, these turrets will shred your shields very, very quickly. And I haven't quite got to where I can take them out, so I like to select the missions. Oops. Wrong button. And so even though we're invited here, if we accidentally shoot the turrets, they will open fire on you as well. So that's good to know. So the first thing you gotta learn is to be able to distinguish between the good guys and the bad guys. So you generally have to get close. So this is definitely a bad guy. He's got the white with kind of the pink purplish color on. This is one version of him. So again, you want to watch out for them turrets. Because of the distance, your spread's going to be spread out a little bit, so you just kind of adjust. You can go down on the ground and shoot them. I like to take them out with the ship. That way when I get out, I'm not getting out into gunfire. Here's another version with kind of the turquoise and pink. Make sure there's no turrets around him. There's generally 5 on the outside, sometimes 7. And so you got to get close and check to make sure they don't have hostages, because like I say, if you shoot the guards, as we found out today, even though it was a BS deal, you get charged with murder and get a crime stat. It's probably the only downfall of these missions is having to watch out for security. Security thieves wear a red armor or they wear all black and it's got security written on it. So you got these two at the front. It's kind of hard to tell with those beams in the way. But I generally start out here and walk my lasers in. Make sure I don't hit that top turret. I got one of them. Alright, so we got both of them. No, we got one of them. Amazingly enough, sometimes these guys can get up, even being hit with a ship laser. Which, if you can explain to me how the hell that works. Like I say, with them bars in the way, it can be difficult. Alright, now we got it. So the thrusters from the ship will make them move around. Alright, so that's a 5 on the outside. And kind of scan around. Generally, if there are more on the outside, there'll be a ship they're hiding under. I don't see anything like that around here. We're going to try to land right here. The top right, you can see how many hostiles are remaining. So there are 7 left of the 15 original. Sometimes security will kill the ones on the inside. So I like to change my view to this point so when I'm coming in, I can see where I'm landing. And I try to get as close as possible because we're going to try to bring our box in so we can put the loot in it. And then adjust it just to make sure your skids are on the ground.
Engines are off.
Always want to make sure you turn your engines off. Or when you get out of the seat, sometimes your ship will take off without you. And then you would be stuck here on this damn planet. So for right now, we're going to be using this FS LMG, which I really enjoy. And we're also going to be using the P6 sniper rifle. Gonna make sure we got ammo for both. We have ammo in our belt as well, with a med gun, some med sticks, and a tractor beam. A multi-tool with tractor beam. I'm wearing heavy armor. It slows you down a little bit, but it does allow you to take more hits. And you can see security has killed some inside. There's 5 left. When you get to 5 left, it will pop up markers. So there still is, looks like, one guy on the outside. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. Looks like he's going to come around this way. Yeah, he stopped. And so I bring these 2 SCUs in. Makes it a little more difficult to get around inside with the bigger boxes. It allows you to fit a lot more gear. Make sure you close your ship up, because there are people that will come and steal your ship. So once you get used to doing these bunkers, your biggest threat really is other players at that point. Now as you go, they do get more difficult. The bad guys get more aggressive. It's generally the same numbers. I've always had the same number, 15, but they tend to get more observant and more aggressive. If you're injured, they also get more aggressive. So I like to use the box as cover. Check left, check right, even though we can see the markers. When I first started doing these, they were never out here in this lobby straight in front of us. And within the last couple of days of doing so many of these bunkers, they've started coming up into this lobby as soon as you get out of the elevator. So somebody just died. No more of them are dying, so I don't know if there's any more security left. And with the markers on them, obviously it makes it easier to know who the bad guys is normally, unless they're dressed up as a good guy. Like today. But if they're not, you really got to be careful with security. So this is definitely a bad guy. And we have a suppressor on, so the other guys don't hear the shots. Now they'll hear him groaning and may have seen him fall down. But it kind of helps keeping them from swarming you right away if you can suppress that noise. Looks like we got two over here coming in. You see as they walk, their markers kind of bounce a little bit. They do have one of these bunkers that's glitched where the bad guy's in heavy armor and he's bulletproof. You can't kill him, and if you don't escape, he'll kill you. Now, obviously, you could go in and rush them and try to take them all out. I like to try to get them all right out here in the front, so when I collect their gear, it makes it easier. So sometimes you just have to be patient. It's like duck hunting. Some of them won't ever come up here, so eventually you'll have to go get them. Some of them are back in elevators. There he is. Alright, got him. So we got two more, and as you can see, one of them's still outside. The one we left, we didn't know was out there. Sometimes they do spawn in late. Alright, so there are no more inside the bunker. As you can see, he's still outside. I will go ahead and reload just so I have a full mag. And what we're looking for are red boxes. Red boxes have the good stuff in them. Railguns, sniper rifles, different types of LMGs. Some bunkers may have one box, some may have none. I think the best I've ever had was 4. So what I do is set the box down, try not to set it on the guns because they'll bounce. You open the box, and you can drag the guns in. You can hold, you can carry 3 rifles at a time. Let's see, I don't know if that guy's stuff went. You can carry 2 in your backpack and generally 1 in your hand. I generally go ahead and put my P6 in here, my sniper, as I go around. And generally I try to collect the guns first and then come back and get their gear. At least on the ones in the front. Well, these ones that are in the back, since I already have the box back here, I'll go ahead and loot them. So most of this is not worth much. These vests are worth about 2,500 credits, so I generally will go ahead and take them. Also, you check these little cubby holes for red boxes. I don't see any over there. Here's what we're looking for right here. And this one will let us open it. See if we got anything good. Got some LMG ammo, which we use, so it'll help. BR2 is, it's not that great of a gun, but it's worth 2,500 credits, so we will stack the stuff like that. bring the box over here. Like I say, sometimes there's several red boxes and sometimes there is none. Just depends. Some of them have armor in them. Some of them may have a rinky-dink gun like that. It's not worth much. Check there. And check over here. Once you kill the last guy, you have 30 minutes to loot and get out. After that 30 minutes, you become a bad guy if you stay on the property. And the turrets, and if there are any guards still alive, they will shoot you. And again, them turrets are deadly. They will shred your shields fast. Even if you're not in the ship, if your ship is just sitting there and them turrets open fire, they will destroy your ship. Sometimes you have to adjust the camera angle. Take that shotgun, put it in. We're going to take his armor. That all can be sold. Some people come in and just take the red boxes, which is fine. That's what they want to do. I try to collect as much as I can to get as much money from each bunker as I can for the amount of time and energy that I'm putting into it. Check around here for boxes. Alright, we got a group of guys right here. We have a gun right here. See if that'll stay. It's not. And it's probably going to crush me. Imagine that. Put a box on the stairs and it tries to crush you. Shocking. That's a little too far. Sometimes you can change your position. And it's still not letting me grab it. If it has a red block on it, you can still pick it up. Just pick it up like that. It'll do that, and then you can put it in the box. Grab it, throw it in the box. So see, it's showing 2 guns, but there's actually not. It's just a glitch. And sometimes it'll do that where it won't let you pick up the boxes, but you can move them with your tractor beam. This is some of the security they have. Like I said, they're in black and white. They generally don't have anything on them. Generally, their pistols on the ground. Let's see, since they moved, if it's going to let me pick them up. Yeah, there we go. And there should be one more. Oh, there it is. Sometimes you just have to go pick them up yourself. Then you can transfer the stuff in your box. I mean, your backpack. Then we got another. there's his gun on the ground. So to pick up pistols, even though you can carry 3 rifles, sometimes pick up pistols, you just gotta open your backpack. Take his vest. For some reason I still have that gun on me. So let me put it in my hand. It's not. That's alright if it does that. You can do that. It looks like you dropped that weapon, but that's just a glitch. It actually put it on my backpack. As you can see, there's 3 guns now. 2 on the backpack, 1 in my hands. Another gun from the guard. This is the other security, all dressed in red. Alright, so game crashed, it brought me back in the bunker, and it put the guards back in the damn bunker. So, this ought to be fun. It's got him standing up. And my bullets are going right through him. Still have 1 on the outside, so let's see how this goes. I'll set the box on top of that guy, he won't mind. This guy had quite a bit of stuff on him. We'll go ahead and take his armor. It generally sells pretty good. And again, sometimes you have to just keep adjusting the camera view. You may have to adjust the box because of the walls and everything else. Sometimes when you drag the guns into the box, it doesn't drag them all. Alright, so show them we got all that out of the way. So we have a med box here. I go ahead and collect it, stuff I don't have to buy later on. So we're main thing for looking for them red boxes. And they put them in all different types of places, so you just kind of gotta search. So even though these guards, bullets went through them, we still want to keep an eye out, make sure they don't suddenly come to life. There's the other one. So the box knocked him down. Loot these guys at the front, and that'll be it. Alright, got him standing up. Let's go and help him. Knock him down. So again, your biggest threat at this point is other players. I've been doing, like I say, playing steady for about 3 weeks now. And about 4 days ago, I had a guy came into a bunker I was in. Because all the noise in here, you can't hear him. And somebody comes down the elevator, and I was looking around doing my thing. Had already killed all the guards, and he came up behind me and started shooting me. Thankfully, he injured me pretty good, but thankfully he had a pistol and I had the LMG, so I was able to get the gun on him and return fire and knock him down before he killed me. Had to use my med gun. I could still hear some shooting in the background, so I didn't know how many people were with him because there were other players that were dead inside the bunker. So I decided to go ahead and just grab my box, get the hell out. And as I was coming up the elevator, he was coming back in again. He apparently had a spawn outside in his ship, and I was able to get the drop on him. And after I shot him, he then said, "Oh, you know, friendly fire, friendly fire." This is one of the main problems we run into. The box is trying to drop through the damn floor. Say it's a glitch. Thankfully we were able to get it before it fell through. We'll have to keep an eye on it before we put it on the elevator. There are two issues with the elevator. One is if you push the box too far, it'll fall through the gap and go down to the bottom, and there's no way to go get it. So everything you looted would be gone. Another time I've set the box on the elevator, got on the elevator to go upstairs, pushed the button like this, and the box fell through the elevator, and everything I just looted went down to the ground. And again, there's no way to go down there and get it. So anyway, I shot the guy, and after I shot him, he claimed friendly. He kept screaming friendly, friendly, but so he just came in and shot me, almost killed me. And like I said, I could still hear some more gunfire going on, so I was able to escape. But you definitely want to check out here and see if you see anybody moving around. When you come to these bunkers, there's going to be ships here, so you don't know if they're NPC ships. Sometimes they're players' ships. And then it wouldn't be unheard of for them to wait out there for you to come out with your box of stuff and snipe you and then take your gear. Let you do all the work, and then they just snipe you when you come out of the building. So you definitely got to be careful. Like I say, even though you look, they could still be hiding out there waiting for you to get out in the open. So you kind of just got to take a chance. Take this guy's stuff. He also has a gun right there. Take that. So that's why I also like to have my ship as close as possible. With the Connie here, you get some protection from the skids and being underneath. Make sure the box is not under there when it comes down. You can go around the rest of the bunker here and loot the remaining bad guys if you wanted to do that. Right now the timer's not going because there's still one guy left. But the more you're out in the open, the more danger you are somebody coming along. I had another time where Again, I had permission to be here because I was doing a mission, but there was a guy coming to raid the bunker that did not. And he started shooting the turrets, not knowing I was down on the
Welcome to Marvel
ground.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
And as he
System
did,
accepted.
the turret started firing on me.
Landing gear raised.
Alright, where the hell did this last guy go? Because the game crashed, that guy may be gone. We may just have to abandon the mission and just take what we got. Our loot will be our reward. Because I don't see him anywhere. And there's no markers for him. Yeah, so again, that's just some of the things you have to deal with. Do your best not to abandon missions and finish them, but because you're trying to build rep, to hire your rep.
Landing gear deployed.
Pull their gear up.
Landing gear raised.
But sometimes you don't have any choice, like in this. So instead of it letting us fail the mission, I'll just go ahead and abandon it. That's better than failing it, in my opinion. Maybe somebody that can tell me different. But... And so we're do that right as we're leaving their property, so we're not trespassing. Again, I'm going to leave, these glitches and crashes and things in. There will be some edit to the video just to control the length of it. And then sometimes I'll go ahead and check the mission since I have another box and see if there's another one. Around ArcCorp, they're called Protect Site. Some of the other systems, they may be called Provide Backup. It's pretty much the same mission. Since I don't see another one that we want, we'll go ahead and drop this loot off. So I don't know if you're able to see it with as fast as it went, but this is where we're at around ArcCorp at Lyra. This is the closest station that has a weapon shop where you can sell the ammo. So I always head over here to sell the ammo. I say ammo and guns and armor. Some stations have a armor shop, which buy and sell guns and armor. Some just have a weapon shop that buy and sell guns. Some only have ship weapon shops and clothing stores. So you really got to start to learn the stations to see which one has the stuff that you need. So those leather vests, I took off them guys. I will have to take to another station that has a clothing store. The armor store won't buy the leather vest. And go to third person. It only gives you so much time to land and the doors close. But from experience, you're better off missing it and requesting to land again than trying to beat the doors in. Because more times than not, you will crash. Especially if the game is glitching at all. When I say glitching too, it doesn't necessarily mean shaking or spazzing out. It's just sometimes the settings change on the ship, the speed, and all those types of things. So when I land, I go ahead and top my fuel off. See if I need to restock ammo or missiles and repairs if needed. That just tells you not to take off because you're refueling. Make sure your engines are off. Close our ship up. So we Even though we didn't get any really good guns, we filled this store to SCU up 100%, so it's pretty good. Should be a pretty good little loot. And then generally I'll bring it in here and try to sort it to make it easier to sell. And we'll just start combining the ammo so when we have to sell them. And then sometimes it'll glitch like that. Something to do when you go through this and sort it. And then some of the ammo looks the same, like this is a lumen, and it looks just like this, which is a galleon. And the P4s. It's another galleon. These two should go together. The Domingos will go together. Alright, then we go over to armor. That's all the stuff we took off them guys. Get some med guns and pins. Some more pins here. And this is our total loot. You also go to weapons and see what all you picked up. It's always good to get grenades, LMGs. I really don't use any of the rest of that stuff. And then we'll just send it down. And it took it, so we know it was accepted. And so from here, we would just go through there to the elevator, go up to the armor shop and sell it. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this video. We appreciate you watching. Thanks to all those that are liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. We greatly appreciate you. If there's anything, a part of this you want to see, like when we sell the ammo, how that works, or some other mission you know about that you'd like to see have done, if we can do it, we'll definitely try and add it to our list of things we're trying to accomplish. Like I say, I'm still fairly new, still learning the system. We started off with crashes, going to prison, losing everything in our ship, to doing a bunker mission with a crash, and unfortunately had to abandon that mission. But we did get a box full of loot that we'll sell and hopefully make about 40K on it. Again, we appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.